What's up, you guys? It's been a minute since I filmed a video for you guys about fishing. Just got off work. Sorry, I'm ugly. But anyway, so today's video is going to be an unboxing, but it's going to be an unboxing for a challenge. It's going to happen really soon. Now, I had somebody that knows almost like nothing, absolutely nothing about fishing, bass fishing. And I had them go on to Bass Pro, their website, had them go on to bassproshops.com and purchase about $50 with shipping and tax and everything. It came out to $60, but about $50 on fishing equipment that I would then have to take out and use to bass fish. But I think what I'm going to do is make it a multi-species because there's no way. I mean, we'll see. I might be able to catch a bass on every single one of these lures. It depends on how good of a fisherman I am that day and how much the Lord is smiling on me. So let's get into it, boys and girls and whoever's watching this. So the first thing that I want, first of all, let me tell you about the process. This was ordered probably about 4 weeks ago. All this stuff was ordered about 4 weeks ago. And Bass Pro has sent one item at a time for the last 4 weeks. One item at a time for the last 4 weeks. I don't know why. They've sent it from different stores, and I got an email talking about it could take 60 days. And it's like, what? What is going on, Bass Pro? So if you guys ever watch this video, fix whatever's happening. Like, that's ridiculous. So anyway, the first thing that showed up at my doorstep is this 30-pound monofilament fishing line for catfishing, and it glows when exposed to black light. It glows. This is glowing fishing line. It's 30-pound test, which means it's super thick, and it's mono, which means it floats. I don't have weight enough in this thing to keep 30 pounds of line. Anyway, this is not very good. This is not a good start to this. But anyway, 30-pound test, high vis green catfishing line, monofilament. It's the first thing I've got to use. Second thing I've got to use is, now this thing kind of tripped me out when I first saw it. But I looked it up, and now I know what it is. And it's going to be pretty difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. It's called Cabela's Button Shad, and it's in 5/32 of an ounce. The color is Fire Tiger. If that doesn't trip you out when you first look at it, then you're from a certain part of the country that I am not. This right here is an ice fishing plug. I think you vertically jig it, and that little spoon on the back flutters and vibrates the water. So you're supposed to jig this up and let it flutter down, and up and flutter down. Poor buddy, roll. Let me tell you, that's going to be tough to catch a fish on. Might be able to catch a crappie on that. Or a yellow perch or something. After it rains a bunch. Because, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Might catch a fish on that, I might not. This is my weight. So the next thing, these are my weights that I have to use. Not a bullet weight, Not a jig head. None of that. 10 split shots. It doesn't say what size they are. Yes, it does. They're 3/0. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Those are made by Gremlin. I think they're out of business, actually. Obviously not, because I just bought them, but I don't know if they're... I have no idea. I don't know what they're doing with their life. So, the next couple baits are... This is where she went right. This is where this person did a good thing and not a bad thing. And they bought the Gene LaRue Junebug color Who Daddy. Who Daddy Jr. 4.5 inch. It's like a little brush hog made by Gene LaRue. So that'll catch fish. I know it'll catch fish. Just wait. Just wait. That's good. Good purchase. That is a good purchase. Good. She said she bought it because it's cute. The next bait that she bought for me is another good, but I hate this. I hate Yum. Yum, why do you do this? You're like the only one. She bought the 3.5 inch Christy Crawl in a natural color. And I know this will catch fish because I use them all the time. I wish I had better lighting. But it's got like black and gold, and it's like a purple and red flake in it. And then it's like a, I don't know, a pumpkin color maybe? I don't know. Man, Yum scent. I don't even know if it's scented. It might just be plastic, but they all smell like that. And they're really oily, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just the plastic they use. But, and then the kicker, second to last thing I'm going to show you guys. These are the hooks I get to use. You ready for this? Because I sure wasn't. Size 4, plain shank, live bait holder hooks. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like to use these when I'm fishing minnows. I don't know about crawls and brush hogs, but this is what the hook looks like. That's how big it is. And it's got a bend. I don't know how I'm going to rig these baits. I have no idea. I have no clue. And I don't want to rip the baits and use pieces or whatever, so we're going to have to figure that out. I might have to do that. Last but not least, for 60 bucks, get all of that and a freaking... One second, let me... You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Let me open it. This is what they said would take 60 days to get here. Freaking ridiculous, isn't it? But, that ain't a bad rod. Oh, and speaking of rods, this week was not my friend when it came to fishing rods. Let me tell you what. So I'm so glad this is here. I shut my $120 Duckett Silverado in my car door. And then my Zebco 33, my little creek fishing light action rod, I guess it got stepped on in the boat and shattered in the middle. Just completely shattered. So this was necessary. I like that. They protect the tip. Just the tip though. Anyway, and it's a Bass Pro bait cast combo mega cast, and this was like 40 bucks. The only problem is Ooh. Ew. Do you guys hear that? I don't know. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, that's not good. But, anyway. The only thing is, I'm right-handed, but I use a left-handed retrieve on bait casters because I cannot work top water with my left hand. I'm not that coordinated, I guess. So, feels like a cheap reel, super cheap reel. Feels all plastic. It's probably not. It's probably aluminum. But a 6:6 to 1 gear ratio. Man, I don't know. I do not know. So the parameters of this challenge and the eyelets are all the same size. Anyway, the parameters of the challenge are I have to use and only can use the stuff that was purchased. So this is going to be tough, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to go ahead and get some of this 30-pound monofilament. Let me rig something up here real quick. And while I'm doing that, I can talk to you about a recent purchase I just made. Get this mono out of here. High vis green. Glow in the dark. Feels like I'm fishing with steel cable. Anyway, so for the longest time, I have wanted a John boat. And I finally had the money and the means. I don't really have the means, right? But I went and bought a little 10-foot John boat with a 17-pound thrust trolling motor. And now I've got a boat. I can go film videos on a boat. How about that? Still hasn't helped me catch fish. Oh, okay. So let me show you guys something that I like to do when I'm spooling up a bait casting. So a lot of people will do it on the reel, right? Oh, let me get this zip tie off here. So a lot of people will spool their bait casters on the reel. I don't like to do that. But I will run the line. You can see that high vis green, can't you? I will run the line through the pole and then spool it up. So the way you do that, see that little eye thing? That's what moves and makes your line fill the reel. But you take it and you put it through that. And then you send it under the spool in the bait caster. And I'll send it all the way through. I don't care. Till it pokes out the bottom somewhere. As long as it's underneath the spool, it doesn't matter. Right? So just like, I don't know how to show you guys. Just like that. See how it goes under the spool and comes out the bottom? You take that piece of line, and I'll pull, I don't know, 4 inches out. And then I'll run it. You run it back through. And I like to pull some slack. And then you've got to get in there. That piece of line right there. You got to take it and you've got to grab it. And then you've got your line on the spool, and it's not gonna come off. There are a lot of different knots you can tie here. I just tie 2 overhand knots and call it a day. Yes, it'll spin on the spool. Just hold it with your finger. I never get to the point to where my line is running so low that matters. And if I do, I just unspool it and then I'll tighten it. I'll tighten it back up. It's not that big a deal. I ain't one of them uptight fishermen, you know. I don't really care. I don't really care. Let me get this tied on here. While I'm doing this, yeah, so I bought that boat. Me and my buddy, we went out camping on it. And I was going to film But I have run into a problem with myself to where I forget the SD card to my GoPro in the computer, or I'll leave a battery or something, and then I won't be able to film. So I was not able to film that. There was some crazy stuff that happened. We ended up setting up camp in the dark. I almost got stuck in the mud. It was TV worthy. Let me just say that. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling now. Let me get something rigged up. See what happens. So yeah. So with a baitcaster, it doesn't really matter how you spool the line. With a spinning reel, it's a little bit different, but with a baitcaster, it doesn't really matter. Shoot, buddy, this 30-pound test, it's going to fill up this spool quick, fast, and in a hurry. Man alive. Let me stand up. Come over here. That should be more than enough. That should be plenty. Okay. I'm going to try and make a Texas rig. I know, crazy stupid, isn't it? That's what's going to happen now. Alright. Cut that. Steel cable. And then we'll affix that back where it needs to go. That in there. I'll probably never use that again. Sorry, not sorry. I'm going to take 2 of these split shots. Yeah, I'm going to take 2 of them. Yeah, I'll take 2 of them. And we're going to make a Texas rig. So what I'm going to do is take this size 4 bait hold live bait hook, plain shank. We're going to tie that on. Will it even fit? Just barely. So the hook I tie is just the simple clinch knot. You take it, you run it through, and you spin it around 6 to 8 times, depending on the size of your line. That's about 8 right there. And then you run it back through the loop. That's, oh no. You run it through the loop at the eyelet. Run it through. Then you take it and you wet it. Especially with a line this big. You gotta wet it, boys and girls. You gotta lick it. Otherwise it'll burn. Anyway, so take that and you cinch it down. Usually do this with bigger hooks and not as big a line. So you don't gotta put so much force behind it. Alrighty, so there that is. Kids, don't do that. Don't cut 30-pound tests with your teeth. Anyway, so there it is. My hook. Then I'm going to take these 2 split shots. And I'm going to put it right above the knot on my line. Right above it. Kissing it. Just like that. See that? Just like that. And then I guess what we'll do is take one of these Christy Crawls. How long is this hook? That's all right, I guess. And we're going to run it straight through. Just like it's a jig. Oh man, this is so difficult. Okay. We're going to run it straight through. Try and keep it in the middle. And then we're going to pop it out. Run that all the way up to those split shots. Cover the line. Cover the knot with the bait. You know what? That actually does not look half bad. I'm so surprised. Look at that. That will... Sorry, I'm so dirty. I just got off work. That'll catch fish. 2 split shots, Christy Crawl, and a hook. That'll catch some fish, boys. I know it will. Golly, if this works, I'm going to be stunned. But anyway, I just wanted to do that little unboxing. And, oh no. See, this is the worst. This is when it gets twisted around your fishing pole. When the line gets twisted. There's a way to fix it. I'm about to do it. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good one. I can't wait to go fishing and film it on my boat for the first time with you guys. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day. It'll probably be sometime next week when I go out on the water with this. I'm making a run up north. I'll be in New England all weekend this weekend. And it's there's going to be 0 chance of fishing this weekend. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I'm sorry it's so long. It's just when I start talking, I don't stop, I guess. That's what everyone's told me. And, whew. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me. Mwah.